Good evening and welcome to Tier 4. We're here at Monaco, the absolutely amazing streets of Monaco to see, first of all, to see that it is raining for qualifying. But secondly, can Popito continue his recent double victory with a treble? Currently 4 points ahead of Lewis GTS Drag King in the championship, with a further 16 back to the Welshman, Owen Williams. And in the Constructors' Championship, it is Aston Martin who lead the way on 106 points, 11 points ahead of Mercedes, with Williams in third, just 1 point back. So welcome everybody to the streets of Monaco, where, as you can see, it is raining. There will be absolutely joyful scenes down in all of the garages right now, because of the simple fact that it is raining. But come on the journey with us, because it is going to be an interesting one. We'll give you the stats around where we are. We'll also give a bit of Monaco history. Monaco and the French, side by side, best buddies, or something different. That's going to be the question, shall we say. And also the return, the most welcome return, shall I say, of MRC University. Now, for those that haven't listened or seen MRC University, it is an absolute joy to behold. Right, who are we going to start with? Let's have a look. It is an Aston Martin that we're going to start with. It is not Popito. It is his teammate, GXD, who is just coming through the swimming pool at the moment. He will be first to set a lap time here in Monaco. It's a 3.3 kilometre, 2 mile street circuit. Monte Carlo streets and La Condamine streets. Around the harbour that is the Principality of Monaco. It is really referred to as Monte Carlo because of it's largely inside that Monte Carlo neighbourhood. But we're going to jump on board now and see how quickly and how slippery it is for the Aston Martin. So GXD comes across the line currently. Remember, very much kind of third gear, and went really deep there. Gecky says he's disappointed there's no Dutch intro. Well, there may well be. Just remember, this is MRC University. Currently, GXD is learning how little grip there is out there, and we can see it right now. Very little grip there. We should have a co-commentator coming along shortly, but bear with me for it. Let's see what GXD can continue to do. And look at that very tight hairpin there. 41 kilometres an hour, first gear, cranking all of the wheel just to get around there. Sitting into the tunnel now at absolutely 70 or 265 kilometres an hour, reaching the top speed just under 300 kilometres an hour. 8th gear, slam on the brakes, maybe not in the wet. Considering at the end of Tier 3 it was raining, the rain has continued for Tier 4. Let's see what our choice of rain can do. Johnny Gall says, can the next race in subsequent be dry? Well, we do not know. That is the question. It may well be. Who knows? The weather gods play tricks on us all the time. Let's see what GXD can do on those inters. He's going to come across the line, and then we will jump back to one of the kicks over as he comes across the line. Going to sit up 26.2. Not bad. Jumping on board now with Pirelli Mav 611. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to go any quicker? Gecky, get out on track. Drive. Pirelli Mav is driving and not quite making it. Gunter is quicker at the moment. There is a yellow though. Pirelli Mav goes across the line. Next up is Span, not Silverstone, correct from Gecky. Next across the line is Senna, 2211, who's just went quickest, 122.2 seconds, 1.4 seconds quicker. Smoggy Ghost has gone second. Fake Connor in Tier 4 has went second, 0.3 seconds in that Mercedes-Benz car. Josh, why? And that wasn't me just making a mockery of his name, it actually is Josh Boy. 95 comes across the line. He is going to go into the 24s, I think. Yeah, 23.6 up into third place. Let's go to YT Shift God. He's coming across into the start-finish straight in these McLaren, in these wet conditions. He's going to do a 27.3. There he is. Blurt is slowest at the moment, but still plenty of ways to go. Interesting part will be, again, just thinking about this, is where will the fuel loads go? Will people keep going lap after lap after lap, seeing what the weather's going to be doing? It's still raining, doesn't look as if it's going to dry at any point in time. Papito, championship leader, 8.5 seconds behind the quickest man, which is Senna, 22.11, 122.2. Let's see what Papito can do as he now comes through the Rascasse up into the pit straight, the only DRS zone. Doesn't do much. Papito comes across the line and goes third, just half a second behind. Just Boy is 7/10 of a second down. Smoggy is slower. OMJ has started a new lap. Everybody is out on the track except our provisional poleman, Senna. 22.11. Fake Connor back up into second, but Blurred Magic has went fourth. Blurt, who was slow, is now fifth place. Good for him. Man is coming through, 10 seconds down. Sully is absolutely running wide. Coming through the swimming pool there. Wow, GXD improved his time. He's 2.7 seconds quicker at the moment though. Let's see what he can do. As he comes across the line. Well, he wasn't coming across the line. He's going to come through the Rascasse just now. Coming into the start finish. Oh, the rear kicks out completely there on the Aston Martin, but he's going to come across the line. Is he going to go into the 24s? Yes, he does. He goes up into 8th place. Owen just sounded as if he crashed into a wall there. Two Mercedes getting close together. Sully, let's see what he is doing as he comes to the end of sector 1. Most of the cars staying out, probably fueled to go through. Pirelli hitting the barrier there. YT Schiffer just fractionally down. Senna's back out on another lap at the moment. Gunther's in the pits. Brindle's in the pits. Gecky's in the pits. Gecky should be out by now. Senna's on his out lap. Let's see what Fake Connor can do as he comes across the line. He's going to go provisional pole position. Yes, he does. 121.831. Great lap from him. Sets the marker for Senna. Championship leader Pepito there in third. Let's see what he can do. Jumping on board with him and Aston Martin already kind of slippy and mury as we go through the casino square. Half a second quicker. This would jump him up to possibly second place. Let's keep on board with him and see where we go. Yellow flags just coming through to the swimming pool chicane at the bottom. Keep an eye on that. Very dark skies here in Monaco. Coming through the tunnel now. Let's see what Pito can do. As we mentioned, high speed, 6th gear at the moment. He's kind of holding 6th, tops it up into 7th, drops it then down to 2nd gear. Don't want to get too much wheel spin on the exit. Let's see what he does at the end of sector 2. Remember, he's half a second quicker. At the end of sector 1, he is 9/10. He is on target. Don't want to say it too much. On target for provisional pole position. He's going to take it away from Fake Connor. Senna in second, maybe going quicker. We'll jump to him in a second. Let's see what people do. Championship leader. DRS will not be open because it is rain. Opens the car out and 21.4. There we go. And Senna coming to the end. 2/10 quicker. He's got 7/10 of a second gap though to Pepito at the moment. So we will keep an eye out for him. Just looking at how slippery those conditions actually are here in Monaco. It's not just the track conditions, they've got to cover off other cars who will be on slowdown laps, who will be recharging their ERS. Senna there potentially just getting kind of maybe slightly blocked there, but Josh Boy got out of the way. Senna still half a second quicker though, coming through the end of 2. This would put him up into second place, but how much time did he lose? Down into the swimming pool chicane. Oh, and he nearly enough stepped out the rear coming through the Rascasse there. Is he going to be able to beat Papito's time? I don't think he will. Does he? Yes, he does. 121.0. Absolutely smashed that final sector. It is game on for pole. Pepito is not any quicker at the moment. Fake Connor's absolutely flying through there, coming into sector 3. Some great action shots coming through here in Monaco. Let's see what Connor can do. That's of course the fake Connor. The real Connor is nowhere to be seen. But as we go down the start-finish straight, is Connor going to be able to do any quicker? Yes, he does. Goes second fastest, 6/10 of a second quicker. Blurred Magic is in the pits. Blurt is on his outlap. Smoggy Ghost is going in the pits. Josh Boy is half a second quicker, and that kicks Sauber 2.5 down at the moment. Let's see who else is here. Outlap for GXM. ONJ also there. Everyone else in the pits. It is Josh Boy, who is potentially going to be the man on the move. The question of the man on the move is, though, can he actually do what we need him to do? See what he can do. 1 second quicker. This could bump him up into the top 4 at the moment. Let's see what he can do. I'm going to assume he was born in 1995, which makes him 30. If not, just giving his age away. Comes on to the start-finish straight. Is he be able to get any improvement in the sector 3? And he goes 4th. He does indeed. 1/10 of a second quicker. Blurt is 4,000th of a second quicker. Smallest of margins going through there. ONJ is currently in sector 2 right now, and it continues to rain. 7 minutes to go in qualifying. In the gap, the 5-minute gap, we will do a little bit of actually France versus the Principality of Monaco. Absolute fascinating facts for you. Keeping an eye just on the track map just now. Quite a number of cars. ONJ's quickest, purple in sector 2, 9/10 quicker, although he is 3.2 behind. Needs to find another 2 seconds. Oh, rear end stepped out there. Let's just see what he can do as he comes through the Rascast, through the final section. Can he go quicker? And he comes across the line and goes into 2.5 seconds quicker. Not bad at all for the Mercedes man. Right, let's have a look. Let's see who else is there. Pepito he's a second down. He's not quicker. Senna quickest. 121.0 back into provisional pole position. There he is. See, action as it happens on Sky Sports. Gillette Soccer City, you get goals as they go in. In MRC, you get provisional poles as they happen. Live, Pepito is going to be going for a quicker lap, is he? Yes, he is. Let's see what he can do. He's now a second down. Fake Connor is in the pits. It's not what we wanted to see from Fake Connor. Coming into Sam Devant now, nicely done. Gets the rear end out slightly. Let's see what he can do on the run up through Beau Rivage. Masseny, turn 3 that they're coming through just now. Want to kind of open it up as they go through. Rear end sliding as they're coming through Casino and coming down to the Mirabeau section. Mirabeau Alt at this part. Then coming down into the Grand Hotel hairpin. Beautiful sight seeing an F1 car. Coming now down through turn number 7 and into Portier. Now it is pedal to the metal straight through the tunnel of the curve, which is turn 9 coming into the Nouvelle Chicane. Keeping an eye on Pepito. Senna still quickest, a second behind Pepito. Fake Connor third. He's in an outlet. Just what? 2.3 seconds behind. We've got a Red Bull in front of the Aston Martin here. He's going to hope that the Red Bull gets out of the way, otherwise this could be problematic for him. He's 2 and it steps up, but he's been held by the Red Bull slightly there. The Red Bull tries to get out of the way as the Red Bull on a quick lap as well, and I think Pepito's backed out of it. It wasn't Blurred Magic, it was Sully. 5-place grid penalty for Sully for the contact with Pepito, so won't give Pepito any joy at all. Let's see what GXDM can do. Can he come across the line? Is he going to improve his time? Yes, he does. Goes up into 7th place. So good lap there from the Aston Martin. Blurred Magic is slower as we go through. Smoggy Ghost is half a 10th down. Not bad. Not great, but not terrible. Sully's going to be 5th place penalty man in the Alpine is 3/4 of a second up. Still got some way to go, plenty more time to do. Track looks a little bit drier though as they come through the swimming pool, the piscine, as they say in France. Man coming through Rascas just now. Anthony Knowles, top of the hill, puts the power down. Surely going to be able to get into the 22s. Does man? Yes, he does, and up into fourth. Predicted it here. 22 second, fourth place there. Fate Connor's on a quick lap. 4/10 already quicker at the end of sector 1. 3 minutes to go. Top left hand corner of your screen, we've got a yellow flag. No need to worry about it now. Key to look at, ladies and gentlemen, top left hand side of your screen. 2 minutes 54. Somebody just bounced off the wall. We think that was Fate Connor, and Fate Connor again! Stepping out, 2 minutes 48 to go. It is now or never. It is now the time for bravery. It is now the time to get those cojones and show what you can do in these very difficult conditions. Coming across, Fate Connor. Is he going to be able to dethrone Senna? Comes across the line! Yes, he does! 120.0. What did I tell you, folks? Provisional polls as they happen. Senna on an outlap, keep an eye. Pepito also on an outlap. Man, 2.3 slower on this lap. Josh Boy on an outlap. Really, it's the top three. They are the ones that we are going to focus on. The top three as we come into the final 2 minutes of this session. And fingers crossed for the race, we will get our co-commentator as well. Fate Connor has time just to do a chill cool down lap. Whereas Senna now starting his what will be final lap, or final lap plus one. Remember, he's only 81 thousandths of a second behind provisional poleman Fate Connor, coming up through the hill into Casino Square. It doesn't look, well, I was going to say it doesn't look as wet, actually. It looks about the same. Coming down into sector 1, does he improve? No, he's a quarter of a second down. It's not going to help him. Pepito's just coming on to start his fast lap. Connor is down. Fate Connor, a little bit more time to go. Let's keep an eye as we go. Remember, Pepito is now on his fast lap. 1 minute 8. This is it. This is it. It's all or nothing. Senna, quarter of a second down at the end of sector 1. Fate Connor is coming across the line now. He is starting again. He knows there is more time to find, because this man who you're watching, Senna, is going to possibly challenge him for provisional pole. He was a quarter of a second down at the end of sector 1. He's 1.2. This is him. He has to go again if he has enough ERS. Pepito is 1/10 of a second quicker. He's a second down though. Need to keep an eye on it. Senna is not going to be quicker unless he can somehow magic up 1.4 seconds in the final sector. No, he doesn't. Connor is a 1/10.5 down in sector 1. Senna just made it across. He has to give it all now. He has to go now. Pepito is 1/10, 1.5 tenths at the end of sector 1, at the end of sector 2. He's half a second quicker. Look at that, left hand side of your screen. 1.1 seconds. Still not quick enough for provisional pole as we go. But let's keep an eye on it. Senna at the end of sector 1 this time. It's 0.2 of a second quicker. We've ended qualifying, but the battle is not over yet. Pepito's going to come across the line. Is he going to be able to improve his time? Is he going to be able to go into provisional pole position? No, but he does get on to third. Connor, Fate Connor is a 1/10.5 still down. It's going to hurt him. Let's keep an eye. Senna, 0.2 of a second quicker. Flip back to Fate Connor to see what he can do. Can he improve his time? No, he can't. He's 2 seconds down. This is the man. This is moving day. The analogy in golf of a Saturday being moving day. This is moving day in Monaco. Remember the last lap, there was a Red Bull in front of him that cost him time, a quarter of a second. Senna could be going to the top of the timesheets here in Monaco as it stands. 81 thousandths of a second, slower than Connor at the moment. That's Fate Connor, not the real one. It's coming through. Anthony Knowles, let's see. Can he do? Keeps it nice and clean. He is going to be able to smash this time. Is he going to get into the 19s? No! He lost time. He was a quarter of a second up, ladies and gentlemen. What happened? I mean, that was almost own goal territory. The goal was gaping. Wow. Wow. Genuinely No answer to that. Fake Connor takes pole position, Senna second, Pepito third, championship leader just Boys in fourth place, Smoggy goes fifth, Blur Magic sixth, Man seventh, Blur eighth, GXD in ninth, Owen J is in 10th, Sully, Pirelli Math, YT Shift. Remember, Sully gets 5-second penalty for the contact with Pepito. YT Shift God in 13th, Gunther in 14th, Airways, Brindle, Arma, Zonly KG, and Geki. Never got out of the pits. Wow. So much to unpack. Ready for the race, and it'll be curious to see, is it raining or is it not? That is going to be the fundamental question. Is it raining or is it not? We will tell you in just a second. Remember, 5-minute break. We'll fill the 5 minutes. MRC University, France versus the Principality of Monaco. Let's see. Is it? They keep me locked in a commentary box. Dry! It is dry, which is going to make the race even more interesting. Right. Let's, whilst the drivers are taking a breather, let's just roll it back a bit. Just roll it back. Calm it down. Monaco and France. You see the French. France has much more forests than Monaco. I mean, 29% of France is forests. 0% Monaco. 1-0 to France. Agricultural land. 52%, or 52.7 if we're being accurate, of France is agricultural. 1% Monaco. France is 2-0 up here at the moment. Coastline. If you are Anton, and Anton, for those who are maybe not familiar with MRC, is a Liverpudlian Frenchman. I mean, he left. He went the opposite way to the small boats. Hodgie is here. So at the moment it's 2-0 to France, but they have 4,800 kilometres of coastline in France, and 4.1 kilometres in Monaco. My co-commentator is apparently waiting on a party. I am in a party. We will look at this in a second for it, but we will come back to it. So it's 3-0 to France at the moment. Let's just cool it back a little bit. Just whilst we... Hopefully we'll get in. Anyway, 3-0 to France. Let's flip it back a little bit though. Unemployment, 9.4% in France, 2% in Monaco, 3-1. Lower inflation rate, 100%, 3-2. Life expectancy, 7 years longer than France, it's 3-all. And you're living in the wrong place. GDP, 123,000 US dollars higher than France, 168,000 versus 45,000. It's 4-3 to Monaco. That is exactly what it is. Now, actually, if you then start to review Monaco, and there is a man called Philippe who is so proud of his country. So proud. Such a polyvalent country. Let me bring you to this. Pros of Monaco. Tourism. Quality of food. Well, sorry, this is France. I just realised it's France. This is food. TGV. Apparently the modern bra as well was invented in France. Concorde, although it was the UK. Good GDP. He says first army in Europe. There's another thing we could do, but we're not going to go. And he does say as a pro, baguette. Monaco, however, safety, quality of roads, wonderful ecology, many supermarkets. That's right, you go to Monaco to go to the supermarket. Seafood. There are no cons. Although, this is the only rating for Monaco. France has many more. Bugatti. Citroen? No. We won't do that. But yes, There you go. So technically, Monaco has absolutely outblitzed tracks. 4-3 it was towards the end. Just talking about, we were talking about also about the way that this circuit is. It's a traction, harsh traction, 5 out of 5. High traction. Braking, 2 out of 5. Lateral load, 1 out of 5. Tyre stress is actually 1 out of 5 as well, but the traction is the thing that's ultimately killer. Downforce, 5 out of 5, of course it is. So, absolutely. Great spectacle there. Let me just try and see if we can find a way of getting our co-commentator Jack in. Otherwise, this will be a solo gig. Oh, why we don't have a formation lap, which means in Monaco it is lights out and away we go. This wasn't expected to happen. Connor though is still in the lead. Fake Connor safety car already. Yeah, not quite sure that was meant to happen. Yeah. Lots of 10-second penalties being given here. I suspect we will be red flagging this. To be fair. However, until we get formal confirmation, although something drastically did not go right there, lots of 10-second penalties there. We'll wait from the race directors as to if we are red flagging, and we will then restart. Let's just keep a very close eye on it. Says an admin group logic confirms red flag discussion is underway at the moment. Safety car race neutralised. Jack, we will get to you shortly. We're just going to keep an eye on what's going on. Airways has left the session. Does he know something that we don't? Who knows? We shall see. Safety car is already at the Nouvelle chicane. That is the safety car. That is Bert Nylander earning his wage. Minimum wage job, that. Keeping an eye on proceedings as we go. Keeping an eye, folks. If you're just joining us, welcome. You've missed Monaco beating France 4-3 on stats and facts. An absolutely brilliant qualifying session. Provisional polls as you've seen it. We're keeping an eye on just to see if there are any red flag conversations that went straight to the race no formation lap. It was very much lights out and away we go. Connor, fake Connor, currently in the lead. Papito second, Senna in third. Job White is in fourth. Man is in fifth, but there are a number of 10-second penalties out there for collisions off the start. Safety car is there. Currently no news from the stewards of a red flag. Let's keep an eye on it. Safety car will probably be in at the end of next lap. Welcome to everybody who is watching. We are under safety car conditions. We may potentially have a red flag. Stewards are discussion as we speak. Safety car not coming in this lap. Remember, the race is neutralised. No DRS until one lap after the safety car goes in. If we do red flag and reset the lobby, it will be based upon the qualifying conditions. I am just hearing from the race directors just now, just to see what is happening. Airways wheel stopped working. Red flag in tier 4, ladies and gentlemen. Red flag. Please depart the lobby. We will reset this back up. We will stay with you on YouTube. Just bear with us. Red flag as confirmed. But we will stay with you. Do not go anywhere. We can leave the session, but do not go anywhere, because we will keep talking to you so you can see what is actually happening. whilst we do that, we will try and get our co-commentator back in as well. Otherwise, it is going to be me, myself, and I. Talking about and whilst we try to get our friend back in or get into commentary, chat. Do bring up on stream comments, questions, anything that you want to ask, in particular in relation to F1, in relation to Monaco, in relation to France, whatever, whilst we reset up the lobby. So to be clear, we had a red flag. After a glitch in the lobby, we are continuing with our live stream. No ending here. We will keep going. Whilst we also try and get our colleague back in, which would be excellent. Now, whilst we do that, let me resend the invites as we go. So, talking about Monaco, just whilst we wait. Remember, we were talking about the final corner being Anthony Noakes. Well, that was actually where the Grand Prix idea came from. He was the president of the Monegasque Motor Club, the automobile club for Monaco, and he was close friend of the ruling Grimaldi family. So the inaugural race was held in 96 years ago. It was won by William Williams in Abu Dhabi. You heard me right, William Williams. Today, only 4 local drivers have won their home Grand Prix. Louis Chiron did it in the non-championship 1931 Grand Prix. 82 years. Stefano Coletti crossed the line in first position for the sprint race of the 2013 GP2 round. Third driver was Stefano Riccielmi in the GP2 series round. And then the fourth was Charles Leclerc in the 2024 Monaco Grand Prix F1 version. We're going to jump back into getting the lobby set up, as you can see on screen. But the track has pretty much never changed in all of the kind of history, shall we say. It's never really changed, despite inputs or people wanting to say, well, actually, should it change? Should Monaco and the F1 guys have let me just go into spectate, and there we go. Should it change? It has to, but it has really unchanged since 1929. It's a city circuit. It's closely linked to that of the road system. You can't make the changes. But the changes that happen over the last 96 years are pretty much linked to the redefinitions of the ordinary roads in the town. But in the first, the district to Grand Prix start-finish straight was placed on the Boulevard Albert, so it's the innermost stretch leads to the Sandville curve. In 55, that's when the start-finish when you go to the opposite straight overlooking the promenade. That now doesn't exist. And at that time, either the casino complex nor the La Raca station existed. After the Cabot, groups into kind of in parallel to the Star Street. And you can stop the period. In the second half of the 50s, only just in the lane after the back was the one out, that the new view, they now called the promenade. So the station gate wasn't actually the fact. And it was only in the 1960s that we actually looked at the progressive line study about that portion of the bay, including the swimming pool section, which would be completely after. So, in 1963, you then have the scenario that the starting line was moved back to Boulevard Albert Le First, opposite the promenade. Swimming pool in the waterfront lane, the maybe 1973, 1974 would form part of the circuit. 1972, the boxes were moved near the chicane area of the port. So again, the chicane was relocated close to the back curve. But then the track continued on the usual straight. However, solution only lasted a year, because in the following months thereafter, the main works were completed in terms of a new section, so you caught the back curve to the swimming pool. and ultimately brought its total length to 3.2 kilometres, just over 2 miles. And pretty much since then, yes, there's some slight modifications, but nothing fundamental. So really the current track that they use is really slightly from 2015 technically if we go to back. But actually they've got 6th variation where you have the Titan's slower from the S17 that lasts 2 years into 2014. You've then got the 5th variation and then the 2000, so didn't last that. You've got the 4th version from 86 to 96, and that's when they added the new race game. Like Schumacher's the fastest race lap record, 1:20.6, and the current record is Lewis Hamilton, 9:09. We'll wait for everybody to get back in, they're just sorting the grid as we speak just now. Just checking on the status of my co-commentator. Just checking. Some challenges of technology. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on that. So, we were seeing the evolution of the circuit. So, kind of what you see now is kind of where it is. The track itself takes 6 weeks to build. And actually after the race, it's 3 weeks. And again, there's also many elevation shifts, there's tight corners in there. That is the most demanding track in F1 history. Again, it's the ultimate test. Yes, you can get a little bit. Yes, it's slow. Yes, if you go back to Daniel Ricciardo and his kind of half-broken Red Bull, yes, you can win with things like that. But actually, it's still one of the tests of a driver, of which I failed in Tier 3 because I clocked it. Anyway, moving on from that. We talked about the very little overtaking. I think 2021 Monaco Grand Prix had one overtake. Like Schumacher overtook Nikita Mazepin on the opening lap. Nelson Piquet actually, let's just bring it back a little bit, when the cars were smaller, did sort of liken racing Monaco to racing a bike, or riding a bike, sorry, around your living room. Prior to 1987, the other fact of the day for you is that they actually limited the number of cars who can start at 20. It was at 26 at all other circuits. So again, there would have been the whole thing about rules and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, as we look into Monaco, obviously scene of the infamous 2014 slight late braking of Nico Rosberg. I think it was 2014 anyway. Memory. Michael Schumacher had his infamous moment at La Rascas in his Ferrari back in 2005, I think it was. So again, lots of controversy that's created by it. We've obviously had some great moves as well coming down into Sandoval, the Nouvelle Chicane, for instance. We've also seen at the Grand Hotel Hilton, cars going side by side. Doesn't tend to end well with the larger cars that we see today, but still good. If you're joining us and you're thinking, wow, what's this man blabbering on about? Where's the racing? We will bring you the racing. We had a slight technical glitch which caused a red flag in the initial race. We are obviously just setting the lobby back up, as you can see on the screen right now. Right, let's bring it back to today. And you've got, and again, those who are with me, I'm going to take you on a audio visual sensorama, shall we say, of Monaco. So coming across the start finish straight, short sprint up the Boulevard Albert, Sandoval corner, named after the Sandoval Chapel, which is straight in front of you. 90-degree right hand bend, first second gear, Then you're racing up the hill as you go through, out of Massenet. You're then flipping the left-hand side. The famous Casino Monte Carlo is on your right-hand side. This part of the track, 44 metres higher than the lowest part. Car snake down to the next short straight. There is a bump there. Remember, you have to avoid that, and you've got the Mirabeau corner very tight. Short downhill burst to the even tighter Fairmont hairpin. Remember, Grand Hotel Station hairpin is part of that. You're then pretty much after the hairpin, you're going downhill again. Double right-hander called Portier. So again, short, sharp spurt. Then coming into the Portier. Then you're going into the famous tunnel. A unique feature of the Formula 1 circuit until actually 2009, where you've got Riaz Marina. Although Detroit in 1982 to 1988 did feature a tunnel. But then as you're coming out of the tunnel, it's usually a problem when it rains, but then you're coming into the tight left-right left Nouvelle chicane. We've seen several large accidents. We've seen Carl Wendling there in 1994, Jensen Button in 2003, Sergio Perez in 2011. The chicane is generally the only place where it could be attempted. Short straight then to Pack. And do you know it was called Pack? Simply was there used to be a tobacconist on the outside of the corner. Who would have known? There's always logic behind these corner names like Sandoval and Sandoval Chapel and Tabac for tobacco. Swimming pool chicane. There's a swimming pool. Anyway, Tabac tight fourth gear corner. Then you're accelerating, the cars reach the swimming pool chicane. Fast left right. Very then slow right-left chicane, which takes the car past that nautical stadium, and it's the swimming pool which gives the name to the corner. Following that, it's a short straight, heavy braking for that quick left, but then you've got the tight Rascasse. Another corner, full steering lock. 2006 was Michael Schumacher's infamous event there. You're then a very short burst up to the final corner, Anthony Knowles, and then you're onto the right-hander, start-finish straight, 1 DRS zone. That is all it is, and it isn't really that much use. Suzuka and Imola are the only other two circuits that have 1 DRS zone. So there is an audio essential review. Still going to try and get our co-commentator in. Just bear with us. We are starting to bang. Give us literally 20 seconds, and we will be back. Give us 20 seconds. Don't worry, not going anywhere. I'll be back. Right, now we're back. He says we're back. Please tell me we're back. I have just started a new party. I will now send an invite from my phone to my colleague, who's patiently waiting to speak. Absolutely, patiently waiting to speak. Really would like a co-commentator. Monaco 39 laps. Solo. Oh. Plus a red flag. Need to rest the voice. Let me just double check that everybody can still hear me. We should do. Yes, you can still hear me, which is always good. Jack, invite with you, my good man. Let's hope. Hope springs eternal. So, to bring you up to speed on where we are, red flag, reset the lobby up, qualifying is there, the drivers are just setting up the cars. Remember, bring your setup from that side of things. Tyre choice, all that good stuff. It was dry, so we've replicated that. Here we are, we're on to formation laps. I'm going to run you through the rest of the grid. So let's just bring it there. So Fake Connor takes provisional pole position. Oh, yeah, actually takes pole position. Senna in second, Pito third, Joshua Boy in the Sauber is fourth. It's only KG is in fifth, Moggy Ghost in sixth. Rod Magic in seventh, Man in eighth, Blurt in ninth, GXD in 10th, Owen J, Sully, Make Up 11 and 12th, Pirelli, YT 13th and 14th. We've had a little coming together and back on the grid. Brundle is 15th, Good to 16th, Gecky Matthew, and his teammate Airways in 17th and 18th, and Margaret in 19th place. Beautiful sunshine. Remember, got to pit twice as well, so it's a 2-stop mandatory race. Don't stop twice, you're going to find yourself on the wrong side of the stewards. Keep a close eye, but we are coming back to the start. So welcome everybody. You've missed an absolute brilliant 50 minutes of streaming if you've just joined us. Seen everything. We've had a wet qualifying, provisional pole position changing on multiple occasions. We're now at the race. Getting ready, everybody lining up on the grid. There we go, Fake Connor. Can he keep the lead going into Saint-Devote, or will he potentially give it up? We've got the lights ready and waiting. Here we go, folks. It is one red light. We're getting ready to those magical 5 red lights, and then this moment happens where the lights are out and we go. It is a really good start from Senna, who's already just alongside the Mercedes. Is he going to roll a little bit of wheel banging there as they come up the hill? They are alongside, but not quite right. Armad left the session again, unfortunately for him. We've got a yellow. There's been a bit of a collision at the back of the field. We've got actually about 3 or 4 cars there. We've got a Red Bull there, we've got a Haas there. But let's jump back to the top of there. Sully's retired from the session. Night Trigger, a safety car. YT Shift got as well, has left the session. Something happened at the start there for them. They suddenly went straight on at Saint-Devote. But look at this. Not quite sure why Arma Red is showing in the lead, because he's not. Yeah, just don't quite agree. Oh, we're red flagging again, I think. How many red flags can you get in a session, folks? Another one? If you're still watching, God bless you. You're still watching. Fake Connor says the fastest lap of the race. But we are going to be red flag. Oh. Yep. It's going to be one of those nights. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land of online racing. Absolutely. Anything can happen, which it is. Second red flag. We'll properly compare this. We will absolutely do a bit of a rundown about actually what has happened. So I've taken you on a virtual audio lap of Monaco, which you can imagine as part of that. Lots of comments in the Discord at the moment. Again, we're just double checking on red flag situation, which we kind of have got to. We are just keeping an eye, just in case we're going again. We are going again. We're back into the lobby. And everybody who's bearing with me, thank you. Please come with comments. bring some questions, bring some talking points in. I'll throw a few things in whilst we're trying to get my micro colleague in, which is still not quite happening as we would expect. It is the land of tech glitches today, which is never good. Now, whilst we're sorting that out, oh, lots of comments just appearing. So we're going to restart. 2141 in the UK. Just bear with us. Just checking on Discord, just to see exactly where we are. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. Keep an eye on the Discord people, so just keeping an eye. It is 21:43 at present. An eye as we go. We will be making this 25% race distance. So rather than 39 laps, it will be probably 18 laps. A couple of questions outstanding in terms of will we still be having 2 pit stops? Appreciate everybody who is not based in the UK who's racing, especially those of our European friends who are an hour, if not slightly more, ahead. We'll be to 25% race distance, around about 18 laps as mentioned. We'll set the grid back up as it was at the end of qualifying. We'll get confirmation from the race directors of the conditions. So, and again, whilst we're doing all of that, we've talked a bit about all that. We've talked a bit about the track, but the actual track itself. So again, the Formula E Championship is used it. Now, 2014 they were using, I think, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 maybe short version. They're now using the 2021. Similar to the F1 layout. One slight difference is at Saint Devote and the Nouvelle Chicane 0.062, and that the full track layout from 2022. Everybody get involved, get involved. Welcome to those that are still watching. We've given you qualifying. It was great qualifying. Fantastic qualifying. Brilliant, actually. 25% race upcoming. We might have slightly less people, just given people's lifestyle and that, but we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. Right, giving you an update as to where we are. Only one stop will be happening in this 25% race. Reminder, if you are listening and you are racing, do not ready up until you get given the go decision. Remember, it is Fake Connor on pole, Senna in second, Pepito in third. Pepito, the championship leader. So let me just run you down just whilst we're going through the scenarios. Let me just run you down where we are in terms of the championship order. So Pepito leading by 4 points from GPS Racking, who is second. We've got Owen, who is in third. He's on 59 points, one behind the championship leader. Then we've got Getty, who is in fourth place. Come on, Getty, you said you were rubbish at racing. You're in fourth in the championship, 47 points. 32 behind, believe it, but that is well within that. Fake Connor is in sixth. Blurred Magic and Red Bull just above him in fifth. Smoggy Ghost in seventh. Real Connor, Mr. Hardy, last, 22nd actually, and 22nd out of 20 drivers is wow. You'll love me for saying that. Constructors Aston Martin leading, Mercedes second, Williams third, Ferrari fourth, Sauber fifth, Alpine, Red Bull, Haas, Racing Bulls, McLaren last. Aston Martin 106 points, Mercedes 95. Jumping back into the Discord. Whether we sit to dry, 25% race, one pit stop. We'll confirm shortly. So 25% race, one pit stop. Remember, do not ready up until you get told. Matt is setting up the lobby, getting ready to go. %. Right. Let's see what else is happening. Right, we're readying up. 20 seconds to go. We're getting there. Remember, if you're listening and you are racing, do your setups. Make sure your tyres are in there. You only need to stop once. It's going to be an 18 lap, essentially sprint, shall we call it. Again, really appreciate everybody's patience this evening. 21:50 UK time. We are getting there. So let's keep an eye on where we are. Always joys if controllers getting disconnected, but here we go, right. Race will kickstart in just under 5 seconds or so. So, let's keep an eye out. Sunshine. Listen to the birds. You can hear the seagulls. Here in Monaco. Seagulls. There you go. Remember, Fake Connor on pole. Senna second in the McLaren. Pepito Championship leader third. We will have a formation lap. They are setting their strategies just now, their setups, etc. We're getting there. We will bring you a conclusion of a race. I absolutely promise. This is this is exactly the same. If we this feels like a bit like Crofty and Brundle from the 2021 Belgian Grand Prix, where it was raining and they were just talking for an hour, 2 hours or so. They had two people. I get to talk to myself, although technically I get to talk to you lot. But alas, it is all good. It is all good. We will figure out what has happened with young Jacques. Technical challenges and all that jazz. Explorer journeys. Amount of sponsors. We will get the race going. The crowd are waiting with bated breath. They're almost wanting it to really happen right now. Just keeping an eye on Discord. Nearly there. Nearly there, folks. We go at 21:55, so in just under 1 minute's time we will go. Gunther's saying if he can make it 5 laps, he'll be happy. You'll do it, Gunther. It's not 2 stop, Fake Connor. It's 1 stop. 1 stop. Oh, actually, that's a very good point. Will the game make people 2 stop? So actually, that will be an interesting one. Welcome to the 16. We go at 21:55, which is basically now. Right, here we go. Formation lap. So let me recap the grid for you one more time, just for the giggles. Monaco. Fake Connor is on pole position. Senna alongside him on the front row. Pepito and Josh White is in 3rd and 4th. Smoggy was 5th. Lord Magic 6th. Man in 7th. Blart in 8th. GXD in 9th. Owen J in 10th. YT Shift God Gunther is 11th. 12th. Brindle and Sully make out row 7. Row 8 is Gecky and Airways. Row 9 is Arma on his lonesome member. 25% race. in theory one stop, but the game may make people stop. Senna's just put in the chat in Discord that he's forgot his setup. He will be kicking himself for that, because again, this is not the type of track. Right, give you shut down, Discord shut down, because we are getting ready. Right, we're getting ready. We're getting ready. Let's get ready to rumble, people, because here we go. Senna's not quite hit his marks. We're just getting the final two lit up just now, and here we go. We are into the start, just getting ready for the lights out sequence. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway for the third time here in Monaco Tier 4. Yes! There we go! Good start from the Mercedes and Pepito already alongside Senna into third place. Smoggy Ghost up into fourth. Senna back up alongside. Oh, absolute cracking racing coming through. Turn one, Pepito. There, look at this. Senna's having a look round the outside as they come into Casino Square. Senna's going to take the lead. That is not overtaking. But great overtaking move there from Senna into the lead already, something he hasn't managed to do in the two previous. Pepito in third, Smoggy Ghost in fourth, Just Boy in fifth. There at Lord Magic, Flirt, and man running slightly deep there. Got to go round his teammate. A little bit of contact there, but Senna out in the lead by a second already. 20 laps, 2 rides around the streets of Monaco. Armagh red in the back there, getting Matthew up to 14th. Sully there looking at Pepito, the championship leader. Connor going to move on to stepping up his game here. Look at the sun conditions as we now come through harbour here at the Monaco Circuit de Monte Carlo. Senna absolutely going for it. No yellow flags, no safety cars. We've got through lap 1 without a red flag. Absolutely superb work this evening for the race directors and the admin setting up the lobbies, and most of all our racers who are still with us. Second already is the gap. Smoggy Ghost there, just beginning to fall back from the top 3. Just Boy is there as well. Remember, it's hard to overtake here in Monaco, it's not easy. So it is relatively processional. Geki Matthew up into 14th place. Airways in the pits, Armagh in the pits as well, because they're higher tier drivers. They pit at the end of lap number 1. Remember, Pepito is the man who's looking at the championship challenge on board with him, while Senna begins to make the move at 1.4 seconds. We are now on board with the championship leader. His third straight run in a row, folks. Is he going to be able to get his third straight run in a row? We shall see. He was really close behind Fake Connor, but Fake Connor is still with Fake Connor now gaining on Senna. So in that lack of setup, Senna forgot to load. Gonna impact him. Oh, Pepito! Just on board with him there, and he bounced, and he's hit that with the front wing. Is he going to pit? No, he doesn't. He stays out. He's probably still got the pace to stay in front of Smoggy Ghost there. Fake Connor trying to cut down fastest lap of the race, jumping on board with him at the moment. People 1.8 seconds behind. Well, is in the pits, so the LP in the pits dropping down the field as we would expect. On board with Senna. Welcome to 20 who are watching. It is 2200 on Wednesday, the 23rd of July. This is Tier 4. We've just started. If you're just joining us, where have you been for the last hour and 15 minutes? Because you have missed a phenomenal amount of qualifying, rain, red flags, MRC University, France versus Monaco. 4-3 finished, by the way, to Monaco. You missed all of that? Where have you been? Keeping an eye on Senna. Let's look back from the rear wing of the McLaren. 0.6 seconds behind Pepito, the championship leader, had a moment knocked part of his front wing end plates off. Senna, 0.6 seconds. Still keeping it tight there. Connor will get the DRS. Remember, the DRS active after one lap. Gunther gets the 3-second time penalty. He's still going. He said he'd be lucky if he got to lap 5. He's still going. Coming on to lap number 4 now. Remember, don't quite know what the game's going to do. If it's going to force people to pit twice. Connor there getting an absolute late moment coming out of San Devot. Pepito third, dropped away from these two. Blood Magic 3-second time penalty. Everyone getting a little bit agitated, shall we say. Gotta just calm down a little bit. Smoggy Ghost, and Pepito's had a moment! Pepito, our championship leader, has crashed! And he's down to 8. His evening goes from, well, bad to, well, worse. Look at that front wing. That has no end plates left. It is an absolute soul of a front wing. Our championship leaders race is, well, not happening quite just now. Here we go, sorry, apologies, was just flipping at different parties there, hoping to see if we can get our co-commentator on. But here we go, it is Fake Connor in second place. Smoggy Ghost gets 3-second penalty, he's up into third. Pepito is in the pits, not a surprise given his questionable opening 5 laps. Championship leader, nothing's questionable, but he is falling down the wire. Fake Connor now 1.2 behind. Remember, he was within about 5/10 of a second. Looking at Smoggy Ghost here, he's just in front of Josh Boy. He's got a 3-second time penalty though, so the Blood Magic man in 6th place, GXDM in 7th, and ONJ in 8th, Sully, and then YT Shipshot in 10th place. Geki up into 12th. Come on, man, do better. You're Dutch. You should well be up the way by now. Connor within a second of Senna. Let's see who is running. Oh my word! Wow. So Connor literally just did a Tokyo drift in that Mercedes. Softs for the top 2, softs for GXD and Owen, rest are on the mediums and hards. Already Connor pitting. He has decided he is getting off those softs after that moment. I suspect that was not a planned stop, say, but he is now in. Where is he going to come out? Is he going to come out in traffic though? He might get out in front of his teammate, ONJ, who's just coming through Rascast just now. I don't think he is. He's going to come into traffic. There is his teammate. Ooh, wow. He's going to come out ahead of this group, the Sully group, and that was crucial for him. I think if Connor had come out in that gaggle, that would have been trouble for him. The question is now, though, is actually... Oh! And Connor's out! He spun it! Spun it! No, he's not. Sorry. When Jay has spun, the two Mercedes came together here. Let's just look. Has Connor got damage? He does on the front left part of the wing. It is all going wrong for the kind of leaders at the moment. Senna's the only one who's actually still going. Connor and his teammate collected each other by the looks of things at the top of the hill. Wow, Senna pits. So he's putting the medium tyres on. If he's listening, he would have known his rival for the win was having some difficulties. Josh Boy is in the lead, Smoggy Ghost leading there. Senna is coming out. He's going to come out in... Oh, where is he going to come out? Is he going to come out in about 5th place? Yes, he does. Can we show the amount of pit stops? Yes, we can. There you go. 1 stop for everyone apart from Blur, who's made 2 stops already. We're not going to show it for too long because it takes up too much of the screen. So there you go, you've seen it. Right, Senna, who is de facto race leader in theory. Connor is behind him, but he's missing a... you're welcome, Connor. Are you fake Connor? Or or are you a different Connor? If you're not fake Connor, not the one that's racing, and if you are racing and that is still you, then bang on. But that might explain the missing front end plate. And you're not doing, you're Macca. Right, okay, now I'm with you. Too many people go Connor. So you're not fake Connor or real Connor, you're Macca Connor. You can be MAGA. You can be MAGA Connor. There you go. Right. Senna has passed man in what can only be described as the back, not a place where you tend to overtake. Geki Maki gets 3 seconds time penalty. New Game Studio 64. No idea who you are, but welcome. Josh Boy's in pit. Senna is going to go back up to top of the field. No, he doesn't, not quite yet. Smog Eagle's still staying out at the moment. Remember, he is on medium tyres. Senna and Connor started, fake Connor, remember, started on the soft compound tyres. There is fake Connor. Josh Boy's coming out, he's on the medium tyres. Brundle is up there as well, though he has not pitted just yet. Championship leader Pepito is in 11th, he has pitted. He's also had some slight bumps and crashes along the way. Senna is de facto race leader. Fake Connor is de facto second place right now. Josh Boy is de facto third place. 7.4 seconds. Here we are on board with Smoggy Ghost in the Ferrari. Let's keep the traction going. Looking at Senna as he goes through the Nouvelle chicane. Nicely done. Connor has passed man and man to the moment at the chicane, and he's reversing. And yeah, he's spun it at the Nouvelle chicane. Not great for him, but he doesn't look like he's got any damage. The end plates look as if they are intact, which is positive. We've got another. Who has had a moment? It's one of the. Is it Pepito? I think it's Pepito that's had another moment. The championship leader. And he's bumped off the wall again. He is not having fun at all. Smoggy Ghost is pitted. Senna leads. Fake Connor is second. Josh Boy is third. Smoggy Ghost is going to come out in fourth place. Man is in fifth after his little spin earlier on. Pepito is in 11th, but he's certainly popped a few things today, including front wings and spins. Right. Let's just have a look at the number of stops as well. There you go. So Martin's stopped twice already. He doesn't have to stop again. I'll be curious to see if the game does indeed force them to stop more than once. We will see. Connor is second, Josh Boy is third. Closest battle on track is this one, Blurred, Magic and Man. Blood Magic's at a moment. Yep. This is what happens in Monaco. It's so easy to do. Geki Matthew up into 6th place. Guy will get himself a nosebleed being that high. He's got his teammate for the evening in the airways behind him. Senna still leading, lap 10 out of 20. We've managed to do 50%. Geki Matthew coming in, followed by Man. Airways coming in as well, so it's going to be a stacking of the RBs. Smoggy Ghost there, 16 seconds behind leader Josh Boy in third, 11.3 behind. Connor in second, the fake one. Senna leading, not the real Senna, however. GXD and Blurred Magic having a moment, but also Blurt there as well. It was 4 of them pretty much, and Pepito all there as well, so we get 3 second time penalty. But look at the battle that we've got in front of us. Pepito had a look up the inside of Blurt, we're on board with him. We'll keep an eye. Really the top 5 are all kind of, or the top 4 certainly, are all kind of gapped to each other. The back here, 6, 7, 8 is the one that we are watching. Let's jump on board with the other Aston Martin, the one that isn't the championship leader. We've got the GXDF, who is currently hunting down Blurred Magic. Look at him riding the curbs as they come out of the tunnel there. You've got to kind of watch. And you can see the gap just beginning to build slightly behind with Blurred there. Around about a second is the gap. Remember, DRS only if you're within 1 second of the car in front at the activation point. Blurred Magic just about a second now. 20.9 a second. But at the top, these kind of 4, 5th, 6th, and 8 are relatively close together, and GXDM dives into the pits, so that is going to allow Pepito. It does give Blurred DRS as well, so again, we will keep a close eye on him. Let's see who else we've got here. We've got Owen and we've got Arma Red. So let's jump on board with Owen in the Mercedes. He's got Sully just in front of him in the Red Bull. Got a yellow flag. That is one of the Aston Martins. Was it Pepito again? Yes! Championship leaders are having an absolute nightmare. And look at this, Arma Red. Arma Red's absolutely just pushing. Going along there, Sully in the Red Bull, up into the 22. They're still with us. It has been a neat this in the slightest for tier 4 as we go. There is Geki. He is hunting down with his teammate straight behind him. Keep a very close eye because there is significant wins here. Brindle gets a 3-second time penalty. Let's jump back to the top. So, Connor's in the pit, so he's made his second stop now, so he doesn't have to stop again. The Pito Championship leader is stopping again, so let's just jump back to the top. There you go, folks. 2 stops. Blurt. Also remember, he put the hards on early on, so good on him. He has jumped Fake Connor to essentially, at the moment, if you look at it, be de facto second place. Josh Boy in second place, 12 seconds behind the leader. There's Smoggy Ghost in the Ferrari. Third Blood Magic is in 4th place. Blurt there in 5th place, although he is missing an end plate off the Alpine's front wing. Fake Connor has a full front wing again, which he will be happy with. There's Brindle, not seen much of him tonight, but here he is. You've got YT Sheep and the other McLaren, who went straight on at 48. Sully has Arma Red behind him. Arma Red giving him some encouragement, showing him he's going to make a move on the turn. No, he's not that bad. Our tier driver, Arma. Owen J there on 1 stop. Airways has made 2 stops. Geki's on 1 stop, and the RBs are still together. They are very much team working. GXDM is there as well, and then Pepito. Blood Magic through the pit. Smoggy Ghost is pitted. He's coming out for his second pit. Connor passes him. So at the moment, if you're looking at this race so far, Senna's pretty much de facto race leader. Blurt possibly is de facto second, but he is on hard compound tyres that he put on early in the race. They won't feel great coming towards the end of lap 20, but there is still a decent haul of points coming his way if he can keep it on the black stuff. Jumping on board with Blurt, he's got Blood Magic ahead of him. Blood Magic only stopped once, Blurt has stopped twice. Fake Connor will be gaining, you can see that Mercedes just gaining there. Going. The Alpine's man is in a moment at the top of the hill. He's getting going again, but he has had a moment there, no safety car. Virtual safety car on McLaren's is in the pit lane, and that is Senna, and Josh Boy has gone in as well. Let's keep a really close eye on Josh Boy, because could he be second? We're just watching that track map. Senna's out in the lead, he's done these 2 stops. Josh Boy will be coming out. Oh, Blurt just kind of clipped the wall. Josh Boy is coming out. I think he will make it. He's gonna make it. He's gonna come out in second. He does, unless something magical happens. Yes, he does. Oh, he comes out in second as Josh Boy. But just, I think probably Blurt had that little kind of kick in the barriers. He may have made it past Josh Boy, but there it is. It is the Cyber in second place. Everybody stopped twice apart from Brindle, apart from Sully, Owen, and Geki, Matthew, and Gunther, and Nan. So actually quite a few people there have stopped for a second. But this is probably again the battle that we're looking at. Kind of being led by Josh Boy at the moment in second, Blurt in third, Connor in 4th place, 2 seconds covering second, third and 4th. Ferrari in the pits of Goods, he's now made his second stop. Geki, Matthew still to stop again, will drop down quite about 16th. 3-second time penalty for good for Connor cutting. Connor is absolutely looking at the view end of Blurt, and he's got to probably make a move relatively quickly here because Josh Boy will get away with it. He's already 2 seconds clear of Blurt, and this will be absolutely hurting Connor's tyres. DRS isn't helping here. That's the problem that Connor has, and it's the problem with Monaco. Brindle's on the pits, he's going to do his second stop. But this is the problem of Monaco. We've got yellow, right there, yellow in sector 3, just at Rascasse. Pito is being our championship leader at the moment, scoring minimal points for this. Senna 15 seconds clear of Josh Boy in second, who is now 2.2 clear of this gaggle, shall we say, the gaggle of 2. Blurt and Connor, another yellow in 3, that is Gunther and the Ferrari. On green again. Just watching this battle and actually just trying to figure out where could Fake Connor make his move. The parts of the track he seems to be quicker on, he just doesn't have the opportunity to overtake. I mean, if we jump on board with Blur and look from that rear one, this is the opportunity for him. Oh, he got Fake Connor got really close there. Coming into Anthony Knowles, but again, Connor not close enough to be able to utilise the DRS. He's gaining, but he's not gaining enough to actually be able to overtake. Now, Blur, whilst he has poor traction because his tyres have been on since pretty much lap 3 or 4, he's doing everything right. He's putting the car in the position that you would expect him to. He's not being phased, and Connor's going to make a move up the inside. Ooh. Watch there. That front wing might have been losing another end plate on the Mercedes had that been a bit less missed. 3 seconds Captain Josh Boyd in second, Black in third. This battle will keep going and keep going. On board now with Connor. Rest of the field relatively paced. But let's just keep an eye on this. This is for the final podium position. As we go. Lap 60 now, 20. 3 laps to go after this. Reduced race, given all the eventualities that we've had. 4 seconds gap between Josh Boy in second and Blurt in third. Connor is closer this time, on board with him now. He's got to make the move now if he wants to have this third place. He's got to make the move now. He's got to make a late break. He's not close enough to be able to make the move. Either that or not confident on the brakes to be able to make that move. But all this time, this man, Josh Boy, is just cementing second place in the kicks out, where Senna cemented first place probably about 10 laps ago. But again, let's look and let's actually just congratulate Blur. He has no left end plate, so he's got a car that doesn't quite drive correctly. He's on, I mean, how he's on 11 lap hard, so he put him on lap 6, and he is still going. The only one who hasn't stopped yet is Geki Matthew for his second time. But he is doing so well here. The question is Connor again gets the run out in the move El Chicane? Can't do it with it. Ooh, Tokyo drifted it again, and this is allowing Smoggy go. So let's have a look at penalties just while we're there. Oh, we've got yellow. Why do we have a yellow? We've got yellow for J at the top of Maribor. There you go, 3 seconds for Smoggy. So he really needs to get a move on, although he's in some traction issues, shall we say. Dirty air coming off the back of that Alpine. 6 seconds now between second place. Incredible driving. Senna is just driving away with this. Josh Boy's in second, and unless something realistically goes wrong with him, he is on the podium. Final podium place though is not yet confirmed. Fake Connor wants it. You just wonder if he's going to get a little bit desperate in these final 3 laps. Oh, he is! He's making the move up the inside of the tunnel! Oh, they've just flashed! Oh! I was going to say desperate. The tunnel is not the place you overtake, but Blurt had really poor traction coming out Porty going into the tunnel. It's not the place that you would necessarily look to overtake, but he did. Yes, there was some wheel banging. Yes, I am sure that Alpine now Alpine didn't have the front left end play anyway, but it definitely wouldn't have after that. But yeah, lap 19 we are on. We've got 1.5 laps to go. Armour Red pits again. Geki needs to pit again, although he's currently holding up the 2 Aston Martins. Good for him, although he does have to pit again, which will drop him back in a lead. 17 seconds lead for Senna, pretty dominant. Connor's drifting coming out of Casino Square. Again, not what you would expect in Monaco, but good on him. We've been nearly going now for an hour and 35 minutes. We will be done shortly. 2021 or 22-21, sorry. Here in the UK, we've got 2 red flags, wet qualifying. Connor pretty much now going to 3rd Smoggy Ghost. If he's wanting to possibly get 4th, he's going to have to make a move now. He's got 1 lap left. Senna is on his final lap here in Tier 3 Monaco. Reduced race distance due to 2 red flags. Josh Boy just starting his final lap, and here comes Fake Connor, who again is going to come across the line and start his final lap. Blurt. Do you know what? Good on him. Yeah, it's maybe not quite grippy now, but he's done pretty well to what will look like finish 4th. Smoggy Ghost will finish 5th. Blurred Magic will finish 6th in the grand scale of things. Senna coming through the tunnel, we will come back to him. Let's just jump down. There's Man. He was doing well a couple of spins. Okay, he does need to pit again, although he hasn't, so I'm not quite sure how that will work. Papito is up into 7th place. But here comes Senna in the McLaren at Monaco. He's going to come across the line as he comes onto the start finish straight for the last time. He is going to win Tier 4. The Monaco Grand Prix does indeed come across the line. Papito's had a moment. Papito has had a moment. Let's just see. He's spun it. Oh. And him and his teammate have come together. Anyway. Here comes the boy that's going to finish 2nd. Josh Boy in the Sauber is going to come across 2nd. Connor, Fake One, is going to come. Yeah, he's had eventualities, he's had issues, he's had wings and all that kind of good stuff. But Connor is going to come across the line in that. Blurt comes across the line 4th. Well done to him. Smoggy just comes across 5th. Blurred Magic will come across in 6th. Do you know what? Give credit to all these guys. Papito is, well, not finished. He's 13th. Not quite sure what happened there. Blurred Magic has his 10-second penalty. Hands left session. Don't think he's finished yet. He may have done. YT Shift God is going to come across the line in 7th, with Geki probably having to serve a penalty for not stopping twice. Let's just... Yeah, he hasn't stopped twice. Interesting. Brendo comes across the line in 9th. Owen J is going to be 10th. Am I red? Pops it into the pits. Airways is going to be there as well, and Gunter. And then Man. Man's already left. Airways coming across the line now. He, trickles over in the Red Bull, or the RB there, and there we have it, folks. Well, what has been an interesting evening for Tier 4. Interesting evening for keeping going, which is the main thing. But there we go. There is the podium celebrations. Let's just bring you on. So Geki Matthews, driver of the day. Don't even know how that happened. Senna's the race winner. Armour Red fastest lap. Most overtakes GXD. Josh Boy, cleanest driver. There is the race results. Senna wins. Josh Boy in 2nd. Connor in 3rd. Blurt 4th. Smoggy goes to 5th. Blurred Magic 6th. YT Shift got 7th. Geki Matthew in 8th. Although he didn't pit twice. Brindle in 9th. GXD. Owen Arma. Papito didn't actually finish. Airways, Gunther, Sully, and Man. All I'm going to say is thank you for bearing with us for the last hour and 40 minutes. I'm sure everybody's learned a lot. But you know what? There we go. This is the Night Shadow. This is the Banshee. This is what we do. Never goes to plan. But hey, this is why we love MRC. Have a lovely evening.